And now he's got us in a bad place. So we're paying $360 billion a year for each point. Now, I believe we should be 3 or 4 points lower. So that's over $1 trillion we pay every year in interest. And it's really just a paper calculation. You sign a document and you save almost $1 trillion because that number equates very much to the bonds that we have to buy. But despite that, we're powering through it, and we have the greatest economy maybe we've ever had.
Brian, it's infuriating. We had nowhere to go. Capital One stripped 300 bank accounts from me, 300 in the middle of the night. They sent us a letter after doing business for 20-something years. All your bank accounts for golf courses and condominium buildings and hotels, they're all gone in the middle of the night. I mean, how do you pay your taxes? How do you pay your employees? This happened across the board. It happened with JP Morgan Chase. It happened with Bank of America. It happened with First Republic. And this wasn't just happening to the Trumps, people with a lot of zeros on the end. This was happening to conservatives all over the country. We didn't have a damn choice. So before my father, won the election, before my father was in office, we started getting into cryptocurrency. The people in cryptocurrency were being debanked just like Trump was being debanked.
Right.
And you know what? It's become the fastest growing industry anywhere in the world. It's actually removed a lot of the power from the big banks who have weaponized their platforms against the American people, and I could not be more proud to be here.
I don't know.
I think the future eventually of all assets is to become digital assets. I actually wrote the original Colored Coins white paper back in 2012 together with Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, to tokenize real-world assets. I think it's been taking a while since everybody, especially traditional financial institutions like exchanges or banks, have been waiting for the right regulatory environment. But I think the right way for financial assets to actually be from a technological point of view is digital assets, which are transferable 24/7, therefore potentially liquid 24/7. And when you think of the two very big transformation of wealth, one is happening on the client side, largest transformation of wealth in history from older generations to younger generations, and platforms like eToro, $140 trillion moving between generations. And the other part is technologies, archaic bank technologies that settle T+1 or T+2 to real-time blockchain-based assets. And we're talking about not only the tokenization of existing public markets, which are already quite efficient, but potentially bond markets, potentially private markets, real estate. So all of that is going to transition another, or in parallel, $100 trillion of transformation of wealth from older technologies to newer technologies, unlocking a lot of opportunities in the trading environment.
You kind of buried the word encryption there, but that certainly is one of the existential worries that those involved in crypto have. How do you generally answer questions about crypto's vulnerability eventually to quantum breaking that encryption?
Certainly, quantum computers have shown for a while now on paper that they can easily predict the current encryption that we all use with classical computers. And that's certainly a big cause for concern, and that's where national security gets involved. All of us are aware that once quantum computers become real, you can hack into any encryption code that we are using today. At the same time, there's a whole field evolving called post-quantum cryptography right now, where people are trying to see whether we can use quantum computers to generate encryption codes so they cannot be broken by quantum computers. So it's a race going on right now as to which one comes first. Stakes are indeed very high, national security is at stake. So all of us are fully aware of what quantum computers can do. And encryption is one of the biggest reasons why many national governments are taking significant interest in quantum computing. That's why you see national quantum missions from various different countries and significant funding by the US government along with other governments for quantum computing right now.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance, agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. but we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely, stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten and more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Back in the first quarter, then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. We have Ethereum making another big move due to inflows. And also we have stocks right now are flat overall. And we have the debt hits 37 trillion. But guys, when you know you're printing the money off the printing press and you're the world reserve currency, debt doesn't matter. But now that these nations are moving away from the dollar, debt becomes a problem. And that's the reason why Trump's job is to devalue this dollar, so therefore he can devalue this debt. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, all these distractions that are going on is to move us over to this new digital economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now down. And guys, we know this is how they manipulate the market, keeping that long end down. And Jerome Powell told us himself. And then we have the dollar right now pulling back also. We have volume in crypto right now up, Tether, USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 57 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling on a daily basis during the week. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have Scott Bessent says he expects the Fed to begin rate cuts in September by 50 basis points. And the only way he's going to do that is if the labor market numbers are getting worse, and we know that's going to be a fact. And we'll have the revised numbers by then. But as the Fed gets into its rate cutting cycle, these tariffs are going to cause inflation. And the small and medium-sized businesses are going to take a beating from these tariffs. But then the corporations are going to act like they're taking a beating, which we know they're trillion-dollar valuations. They have no reason to lay off. But we see the big corporations are the ones doing the layoffs because they're going to bring in the machines in order to increase productivity. And that's the reason why when we hear these layoffs, their stock is going up, not going down like back in the day, because they know these machines don't need a lunch break. They don't call out. They work 24/7, and they definitely don't talk back. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs right now are up. And we have Ethereum with 523 million in inflows yesterday. That's one day over $500 million. And of course, BlackRock led the way. And don't forget, when we have these inflows at the end of the month, we're going to have outflows. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Grayscale registers for Cardano and Hedera, of course, HBAR ETF in Delaware, indicating it may soon file for a spot Cardano and Hedera ETF. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have the Bullish IPO today, and we know the NWO hands are behind this stock. I definitely see the stock doing well long term, but we know overall the stock market is going to be headed for a pullback these last few months. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Coinbase teams up with Squad's protocol to make USDC the default stablecoin across all products of Solana. And of course, stablecoins are the foundation of this new economy, but we know that Coinbase has an incentive to push USDC because they get 50% of the revenue. And again, Goldman Sachs has his hands on both. And then lastly, we have Coinbase to boost stablecoin liquidity on Aave, Morpho, Camino, and Jupiter via new bootstrap fund. And we know how important liquidity is to the markets, but then also, if you have someone controlling the liquidity, just like we see the market makers inside the stock market, you also see manipulation. And of course, the biggest one is wash trading, which we've seen a lot of in the early stages of crypto trading. But again, liquidity is very important, especially when we're looking at DeFi. We know DeFi is definitely the new banking, and it opens up trillions and trillions of dollars of liquidity, of course, with this real-time settlement. And when you add in quantum computing and these machines, you can run this whole economy without a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York. Long COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.